Hi, everybody. I want to come on and give you some. When I talk about certain thing, I want to tell you why, because you're probably wondering why I have this problem. And I have arthritis, and um, I don't have, and my joints, you know, I have cartilage in between each joint, and the arthritis ate them away in some of my joints. Not all of them, but some of them. I'd say only my hips were eaten away in the meantime. That's what the cartilage ate, or the arthritis ate away my cartilage in between the hips. And in high school, I was fine until, well, I used to walk. I'll show you. I'll tell you. I used to walk like this for a long, long time because when I walked like this because I couldn't spread my legs because my legs just connect. I don't know what was wrong, but I could. When I was younger, I could walk and ride my bike to school because I rode my bike to school when I went to the middle school, and I because elementary I went to three different schools, one close to my house, one way far away from my house, and another one far away, but not that far away. And then I went to middle school and high school close to my house too. And I could walk and ride my bike back then before I had worse problems. And I had friends that I wanted to go play with, and they wanted to go have a picnic at the school close to us. And I couldn't get on the bike to go with them. So they decided to have it here with me, here at wherever we had it. And yeah, but I was coming on to tell you about my hips because I want to give you an update when I say I can't do certain things. When we do pictures and videos and say um, I can't, I can't get down on the ground. It's because of my hips and my knees. My hips are artificial because I lost cartilage in between them in 10th grade. Right before I went into 11th grade, I had them redone. And I came home not very long before school started that year in 2000, no, 90, 98 or 99, whenever school started, whichever year it was. I had them done in 98, yes. So it had to be 98, the beginning of, before school started that year. And before that, I could not move. Every time, when you have no cartilage in between your joints, it locks in place. And every time it did that, it was ow, 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 every time. And that hurt. And Kelly was there when it was happening because she was in my classroom. We were sitting in the cafeteria and we had to get up because we were moving to go to PE, I think it was. And they were worse then, and I could barely even bunchkin with them hips when they were painful, and I couldn't walk very good either. I was like it was so painful where every time it walked I crooked it just hurt so bad. So then we had to figure another way to do a lot of things with me because I couldn't do that. Well, I went to school every day with pain. If I wouldn't have went to school with the pain, it wouldn't made. But I had to go to school because I couldn't stay home because of my hips. But I finished out the school year. I think it was about the end of the school year, closer to the end, when they got worse. I think when they locked in place. I think they got worse. But then that summer, that same my 10th grade year, that summer, I went and had them done in 98, and they did them both at once, but they won't do them that way again because they don't want to risk it, I guess, or it's or it's quicker to heal them one by one and then do the other one. But I'll get to that in a minute. And then my 11th grade year, sorry, um, I went to school with the hips using walker or whatever at that time at the beginning of that year. And then I don't know if I quit using it by a certain time that year. But yeah, and I couldn't sit low either in my desk, any desk I went to, but I did it anyway, probably in some rooms. But yeah, because he didn't want me to sit as low. When I stay when I had my hips done, they were done in Shriners Hospital in 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 Spokane, Washington. And yeah, and I had a doctor that was a good doctor that did it real good. And I mean, my hips, you know, are, if I didn't have these replaced, I wouldn't be doing anything nowadays. Nothing. I'd be stuck, crazy, and out of my mind, and I probably wouldn't have these guys, you know. So, yeah, because I'd be stuck in bed doing, and well, I could move a little bit, but I wouldn't be able to do a lot, like sit up. Well, I can sit up, but it would, if I wanted to move a certain way, I'd lock them in place. Taking hot showers did help a little, but a lot of that stuff happened. But when that happened, we had a teacher that took us to a dance we had at our school. I wanted to go so bad, but I couldn't. And I was mad because me and Kelly and a friend of ours named James, we were all going to go together. And but I couldn't go because I was hurting so bad, and I was mad because I was hurting so bad. But I had to deal with what my pain level was with that problem, with my hips being no good. Now, and then after I had the hip surgery, I wobbled like a penguin afterwards. My dad used to call it, and I miss that. I'm gonna miss that when I haven't done it again. But and I don't think I wobbled that much the second time they were done. But I'll give you more on that in a little bit. But the first time, when I had them done, I stayed in Shriners Hospital for a little while, and then I went home, and um, but I had a lot of fun when I stayed in Shriners. They had they gave me a lot of stuffed animals and stuff like that, and I didn't really need, but I kept them anyway. And they're probably all down in the, if they're not down in the dresser toy box or whatever we called it, then I might have got rid of them all, most of them. But yeah, and I had to lay on a flat bed type thing to do my tummy time then too, and I hated that too. And in Shriners, they have this playroom that we went to all the time, and I liked it when I sat up more than I did not sitting in my wheelchair, because I didn't like laying on my stomach and my hips. Never. That's not me. I'm not one to do that. But I'll give you more detail on other things with my other joints right now after I give you the details on the new hips, the last hips I got. Well, they're not even 15 years old yet, these hips I have now. The hips I have now, I had them done in 2011, and I had the right one done in June, uh, the 3rd of 2011. And I was at Michael's working, and they said I was going to have hips replaced. And I told the boss that they were going to do it, and I'm not going to be able to come to work. And she was okay with that. But then they didn't, they unhired me. They fired me. They didn't really fire me. They just said, okay, then you won't be at work for a while. And I said, no. And then they got rid of me is what they did. They terminated. They got rid of me. Just deal with that word. And um, after my right hip was done, I went to the nursing home for a little bit named St. Joseph's, and they recovered with the right hip. It took over I'm going to say the right hip took a little longer to heal than my left hip because, my left hip was done in October 2011, the 13th, October 13th, 2011. And yeah, and they were 4 months apart, I think, or something like that. And they, my right one, well, I had the stuff in my back, whatever it was called. I can't think of the name of it. Um, Epidural, I think it was, or whatever they called that thing they put in your spine. Well, that might have been what caused my right hip to heal slow, differently, too, because I stayed at St. Joseph's until almost the end of June, and then, sorry guys, I got a sore in my mouth, and it's actually a bump, not a sore, and then I came home. Well, I wanted to be a little bit stronger when I came home because back then we had dogs that were wild dogs. Hmm. Yep. And yeah, and my friends came visit me at Shriner or at the St. Joseph's. I didn't have it done at the second hips I had done at Sacred Heart here in Spokane. Um, yeah, I think I was in the hospital Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday or maybe Tuesday, and then I went over to St. Joseph's. Then just so I just wanted to make sure that I was strong enough to come home and make sure that dogs wouldn't knock me over any. And the first I was in two different rooms the first time I was in there. The second time I went in to St. Joseph, I was in one room. But yeah, my left hip was done. And it took a little, I went home in 2 weeks, I think it was, or something like that, or a week. I can't remember. Something like that. And my friend, my friends, Patty and Sarah, they came and got us with my mom and my friend Kelly. What? I think they came got me no, Dad came got me the last hip, the first hip, the right hip, I think. And then Patty came and got me the second hip, I believe. And we went from the, when we went, and then we went home and I put all the stuff away and, you know, all my clothes away is what I did. So, yeah, I made mom take stuff home and wash it and bring it back to me or whatever I did then. And um, when I had the first hip done, I had to wear underwear diapers because, or pads or whatever you call it, because they would take forever to take me to the bathroom and I needed to go right away. And they go, oh, we'll be there when we be there. And it's like, no, they weren't. They took forever and I wet my pants and I'd change them, you know. And my hips were really totaled back in 10th grade. That's when they fall apart. And then I got artificial hips in beginning of before 11th grade. And then I waited 15 years or 12 years or whatever, not 15 years, but 98 from there till 2011. And then I got these hips that I'm using right now. And the doctor that I had, he retired. They say, my friend found out. They didn't send me a letter saying he retired. He just retired. And then when we say I can't get on the ground or get down as low as Kelly can, when we show you, sorry guys, when we show you pictures of us sitting on something really low, is because my hips, I get stuck when I get down real low. And my hips don't like it when I go down low or do any kind of movement wrong because then they hurt. And I'm not supposed to be falling on them. And yeah. And one year I was volunteering at Petco. And um, I fell down got really badly hurt, popped my hip out of place, couldn't even get up on my own. And that's when my dad worked nights. And yeah. And then when he got home, he helped me up. Then we let it pop back in place. My old hips, not these ones I have now, the ones before that. Because and it was not fun. All I did was turn wrong and I fell, and then it popped, and I'm like, oh shoot. I don't like it when they pop because it hurts. You got to wait a little bit before they pop back in. And I did weird things I was told not to do, and I did it anyway. Kelly can even vouch for that because she knows I wasn't supposed to be doing certain positions, and I was doing them anyway because I was stubborn. I'm always stubborn. I do what I want, and I don't care what the doctor says. It sounds like to me, but I tried to listen to the doctor is what I try to do so I don't get in trouble. But this time, when he did these hips in 2011, he made my legs just a little longer so that they wouldn't do the popping thing. Don't ask me how he did that. He just did it. So that's what made that feel better. And I can't even get down on my knees, guys. My knees are getting well. I don't know. They're not getting bad. I don't think with the cartilage eating in them, but they're like um, when I get on the ground and then a joint, my knee gets stuck with the joint. I have to pop it out of play, pop it, stand up. So when I stand back up, it has to pop, and then that hurts like a dickens. That's why I say I can't get on my knees and do certain things either. But I try, and it makes it no fun. See, I want to be on the ground with these guys, sit down on the ground with them, but I can't. Because if I do, I get stuck. And you don't want me stuck because then it's no fun. Because then I can't get up and do nothing. And one time, my knees popped, and got stuck where I couldn't straighten it when I was over across the street with my friends across the street from me. And he went and got the kids and came back and then helped me up, high. Their chairs were low, so I couldn't even see. They're low, and my knee was a certain way, and I tried to, straighten it like this, and it wouldn't straighten all the way. I could only get it so far, and then it wouldn't go. So when they got me up higher, you know, enough to do something, then that helped. And I sat on something on the outside thing, and it did the same thing again, and I had to have help lift up again higher so that it would pop, do the pop, because sitting down too low, I can't get it to do nothing. And sometimes it'll do it on its own and go really fast, and it doesn't. It hurts me still, but I didn't realize it did it that fast until I realized, oh shoot, you know. But that's how I fall apart. Is a lot of my hips will fall apart, and if I fall down and get hurt, like I did the sixth, yeah, the 16th. Um, it I got bruises on that side right now, and then I have blisters on the inside. I think's what they're called. They're bumps, but they're more like blisters. And I landed on I think a few of them maybe, and then it hit my part of my butt. But when Petra knocked me over out of the chair I'm sitting in right now, one of the chairs like I'm sitting in now, but it's not this chair. The chair, yeah, it's the same chair, but I have multiples. And when she did that, I landed on it like, whoops, sorry. I'll show you again. I landed like this really hard on it, and I had to go like this real fast, roll over. And I hurt a little bit of my right side when I did that because I had to hurry. If I don't, the blisters, it hurts to lean on them. And when Petra hurt me the last month, knocked me down because she seen a cat, she hurt my hand and my right side. I had to get up on my right side as quickly as I could, turn over and when I have to get up, I have to have help. I can't just get up like normal people can when with their feet and stuff. I have to have a chair in front of me or something I can put my hands on and lift me up. So that's one reason I can't be on the ground too. So if you see a photo with me and Kelly can do a different pose than I can, then that's because she can get down there. I can't. So with all my problems I have with my legs and stuff, it's you know, and stuff like that. So my hips are artificial, and I just got to be gentle with them and not hurt them as bad. And yeah, keep them keep them good for a while so we don't have to have surgeries again. Because it is painful to go have surgery done. Sorry, guys, I might have something on my face. But, it's like my artificial hips are crazy. And my knees, I hope I never have to have knee surgery. I'll tell you that right now. I don't want more artificial joints in my knee, if that's what they put. Because, my left knee, I don't want to have artificial knees. No. And there's another friend of mine that I have down at Dog Club. She has artificial hips too. I don't know if she has both hips or just one. But, yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. That's all. That's what's up with me when I tell you, when we say, I would like to do this with our photo. And no, I can't. So now you kind of understand parts of the photo feeling, why I can't do this and why I can't do that, and things like that. So, yeah. But, I go for walks and I do, other things that I can do, pretty much anything. But, that's life. And I can't reach really good with my arms either a certain way. So I use one of these guys, one of my scratcher thingies that stretch. There's there's that top, and then there's the bottom, and where the blue is. That's the handle, and it reaches pretty good anywhere I need to itch. If I need to itch down at my foot, it works. If I need to itch somewhere I can't reach, it works. So that's why with my joints, with my arthritis, it's so yeah, it's terrible. You don't want to have arthritis anywhere. I had it since I was little, but it got worse and worse when I started getting older and older and older and older. Then in high school, I had to have hips replaced after around 10th grade. After 10th grade, I had them replaced. Then 11th and 12th, they were there to, so yeah, that was me. So, yep, that's all I can give you information about me, about that. And then I take certain medicine to help some joint problems, but, pain. Otherwise, well, it's not really a medicine for pain. It's just a medicine that helps keep more of the achy pains away. And then I take a pain pill and I take Tylenol. The pain pill, I can't tell you. I never know the right name for it. And my methotrexate helps the other part. So it stays. And that's why I'm not falling apart as bad with all my joints. But when I fall down and get hurt, then I'm hurt for a while. And it's like annoying. But yeah, I will let you guys go because I rambled on for you, tell you about it. And I will talk to you in the next video. And comment, like, and share. Comment, like, and share, and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so you get notified when I make videos. And thumbs it up really good. And comment about any of it, anything that you want to about it. And if you have arthritis, let me know down in the comment. I have JIR. No. J. No, it's not JIR. Yeah, it's juvenile I. I don't know what it stands for. JIA. JIA. JIA is what I've got now. It's rheumatoid arthritis, but that's what they call mine. So, okay. I'll talk to you the next one. Bye for now. Toodaloo.